Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a fresh story. We are here today with one of our amazing Fresh Starts experts for some simple tips to support yourself on a very important topic. Meredith, who are you and what do you do?
Oh, what do I do? My name is Meredith Beardmore. I am a therapist, author, and a YouTuber. And my main focus is on helping women navigate divorce from someone with an addiction issue.
Which is so important. And we're here today to
Mhm.
talk about what you can do to take care of yourself and get some support if you are the person who loves somebody with you love somebody with an addiction, right? Which is often not talked about, right? We don't realize how many people we bump into every single day who love somebody in their life, could be a partner, sibling, friend, right, with an addiction. So what do we do, Meredith? How do you help yourself if you find yourself in this situation?
Well, know that your pain and your experience is valid and just as important as the person that is suffering. Oftentimes, we just live in the shadow of its harm and we are just collateral damage. And that can leave you feeling like you have no say in your own life and that you just have to deal with it. And a lot of people expect you to be kind or understanding, but you really have to focus on yourself and know that self love is showing them love. So, self love can be boundaries and not letting them their needs and not having their needs become your priorities. Like that's always what happens. It's like to take a pause and to ask like what you actually want and need. Now, that comes with time. Therapy is huge. You need to get support. This is not easy. You are actually in an abuse cycle, usually when you're with somebody or love someone with an addiction issue. You can get pulled in and spit back out, and you have to get support with navigating that. I highly recommend Al-Anon or Nar-Anon. If you're not familiar, Al-Anon is for the loved ones of alcoholics. Nar-Anon is like the loved ones of people with narcotic addiction. And they are great. And a lot of them are virtual. You can go in person, and it was really wonderful for me when I had it. I was very judgmental at first and just like, I don't want to hear more about the addiction. I want to be around other people that are talking about the addiction. And I didn't realize that the focus is actually on you, like shifting it away from the addiction and giving you tools. So that's another thing to keep yourself safe. And I know this is the basics, but really prioritizing your sleep hygiene, your physical health, eating, making sure you're eating and drinking, that fell off, like all of those things for me. And so that can mean getting a babysitter if you can afford to, an extra night a week so that you can rest or do something that fills up your cup. Um, it is, prioritizing like getting yourself so that you don't feel as disoriented or um, stressed out every single day. It's to protect your nervous system. Because if you don't do that, like you don't want the person's addiction to take you down, and the stress of it can. So
Yeah.
you have to pay attention to your physical health. That's huge. And your mental health.
Yep. Speaking of that, what do you say when you call a therapist if you are looking for support in this and you just are kind of coming to this realization that you need the support and that your partner or your loved one is an addict?
You should re- ask them if they have experience working with loved ones of addicts or that I was going to say or addiction training, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And so it's harder to find more therapists that are just for loved ones of addicted populations because they have more of an understanding of what it's putting you through. And unfortunately, I have had a therapist, a couples therapist, who wanted me to have more understanding of the addiction. And it was really it really wasn't appropriate at
Mm,
that time at the level that things were at. So that's why I am so passionate about this, because I think there needs to be more of a focus in this area. So making sure that a therapist has some knowledge around this. And if they don't have a lot and you don't have a lot of options, asking if there's somebody who has a specialty in narcissistic abuse, because they are very similar looking in their tactics.
Yeah. Yeah. So what can you tell us about the two books that you have and how they are great resources for people who are going through this?
So the first one is a self-help book, and it's called Hey Addiction, Thanks for Nothing: A Brutally Honest Guide to Loving an Addict Without Losing Your Mind. And it's a really great toolkit, and you can go through it, fill it out. There's lots of questions, things to reflect on. And then I have my memoir from the past. It was like 3 years prior, going through the divorce. I was writing it as it was happening. It's called The Plan B Chronicles: Divorce, Defiance, Liberation. And that one really, I think, is empowering, and sees someone getting to the other side of it when it seemed, um, never ending.
Yeah,
So,
bleak. Yeah.
yeah, very bleak.
Um so what would you say to somebody listening to this that loves somebody with an addiction and just doesn't know where to start because they feel guilty taking care of themselves right now?
Ugh. Have to let the guilt go. You have to let it go and take care of yourself, prioritize yourself, because you matter. You matter. You have to know that that other person is responsible for their own life. Your point on this earth is not to save them from anything. You can't save people from things. You really can't. So you have to focus on yourself and your life. And of course, I'm a therapist, but I'm going to say, yes, first start with going to therapy and getting that support, because you need that. And you need somebody who's on the outside, who's not in it, and might have, um, not the best advice or give you the
Yeah.
best direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we appreciate all of these tips so much, Meredith. And of course, you can reach out to Meredith over at Fresh Starts. Definitely go give Meredith a follow on YouTube because she does some great work
Yeah.
over there with therapy
Thank
and
you.
music. And is there anything else you want to share? Any last words on this, Meredith?
Just that you're not alone. I felt so alone. You're not alone, I promise. And it feels like you're the only one going through it, and it feels impossible, but I promise you, you're not alone. There is such a big support system here waiting for you.
Yeah, I was going to say if somebody's listening to this and they need the support, definitely reach out to Meredith. If she can't help you, she'll find a
Absolutely.
appropriate practitioner who can.
Mhm.
So we appreciate you, Meredith. We're so glad that you're part
Yeah.
of our community and that you're speaking about these things because this is life and we need to deal with it.
Mhm.
And if you need the support, reach out to Meredith or reach out to us and we will connect you directly to her. Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.